Is it right? The one with Mr. Jing's
Yep,
topic?
that's correct.
Okay, so what's the difference between what we do for pricing optimization and what's shown in this graph? Um, so let's see. Does anyone have read the process?
Yep, I've read it.
Okay, Fidi, can you uh, explain a little bit, just a little bit about this optimization
Yeah,
process?
so I think this resource is taken from a book or something, but basically, the process is very similar to what we're doing right now. Um, Basically, observing the market, set a particular strategy, evaluate the strategy, reiterate, or if it succeed, then apply. So the response should come from the market itself, based on the yeah, something like that. And there are some constraints, like in our case, the constraints are perhaps like the cost, property partner, decision, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so for everyone else, you guys have any opinion for this topic? Like, for example, Kevin, would you like to engage in the discussion?
Yeah, actually, I'm still analyzing or thinking about it. Maybe I can start first.
Okay, okay. Maybe we should take the time to read about it first, yeah? Okay, okay.
Error. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Kak David.
Yep. I'm just curious with the choose the best alternative. Does anyone have talks about this? What kind of alternative for the pricing?
Yeah, basically it means choice. So you analyze the choices that we have and choose the best choice, something like that. So
Oh,
alternatives means choice.
oh. First price, second price, third price, like
Yeah, that could be one strategy. The other strategy would be, for example, we have a choice to increase the price for villas
mm,
by how many percent, or increase the price for guess what, for how many percent compared to another number, another variable.
okay,
The combinations are called alternatives or choices.
okay. Let's see.
Great.
Ayo, gimana gimana? Masih berpikir semuanya?
Masih ya, mm,
Okay.
Kak Vidi, for this optimization, like, has this already been done before, or is it a new thing to do?
Yeah, as what I've mentioned, and also Liz mentioned, we actually do something like this as well. It's just that the documentation is not well done. Yeah, the documentation can be in the form of actually the closest thing we have to the documentation is the activity in the operational schedule operational part in Trello.
Mm, So, based on that, anyone else would like to give their opinion about this related topic?
I guess I agree with what Kak Fili have said. We just don't have the documentation and frame for, like, we don't have the framework to it.
Mm,
Yeah. I mean, as for an example, set goals and constraint. Wait, like I'm pretty sure each campaign or like each yeah, each campaign conducted, like we always set like a specific goals based on like previous data, right? And then updating the market response, like don't we have this weekly meeting on cross chapter campaign, right, Kak Fidi?
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess it's more into like we don't have the we don't really have the written framework to it.
Okay, okay. So, so in conclusion, like, uh, we we already have the answer for the difference and like why um, uh, we use this graph is because like we don't have a proper documentation for the um, previous optimization process like that. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I guess it is like that, maybe.
Okay. Um, okay. So I think uh, the for this topic is done. Can we move on to the next one, or
Oh
should
yeah,
we?
sorry, Mr. Chair. So what's the conclusion again?
Um, so the conclusion is there is little to no difference for this process and the previous one that you said earlier. Um, and we should do a like a proper documentation for further use in the future.
Oh yeah, Mr. Chair. Maybe a question. If we will make the documentation, and who will make the documentation? Is it DA or someone else?
Teacher.
Um, well, uh, I think I don't know. Um, I think I need to hear from Kak Vidi or David or others, maybe, so uh, to give their opinions. Should we like from our chapter or
Okay, if I may suggest, Mr. Chair. Actually, so for example, I think the alternative choice evaluation can be documented in um, maybe pricing best practice paper, just like how we document the performance of our revenue projection. So every month we have the documentation of our revenue projection. Oh, April the model used is this. Why this? And then what's the performance of that model compared to the actual data, whether it is within SLA or not. And then we can also create such a roadmap to be applied on the pricing strategies. Then for now, let's have Lilith decide, yeah, who will do that.
okay, okay,
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
okay. Is there anything else we should write on the learning? Okay, so next one is Lubna's topic. Is COVID price for Prover still going to be used for this entire year? This vaccine situation also changed this company's performance and revenue in a good way. So Jing has stated his opinion. Private airline ticket pricing for independent associations, independent activities, and Lily's thoughts. Kapidi, would you elaborate your thought on this one?
Oh, for Lubna's question, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what I think is no, because we do have a scheduled revenue. setting for every 3 months, I believe, and the last one was done for the period of April, May, and June. So at the end of June, we will set the prices for July, August, and September. But that could also be bypassed if we are seeing that things aren't working. There might be some price adjustments in the middle of in between the set period. So COVID price for properties is not going to be used for the entire year. That's the answer for the first question. For the second question, the vaccine situation also changes company performance and revenue in a good way. That's it. Supposedly, but due to the regulations currently, it's still not real yet. And what we're seeing right now, when we look at our revenue for this month, actually it's decreasing. It's slowing down. There's a lot of cancellation for the month of May, April. So yeah, that's what's happening right now.
Okay,
Um,
please. Oh,
K-
Evelyn.
yeah, I just wanna state my opinion. Okay, so funny story. Around maybe 3 days ago, I've made like a fundamental analysis on hospitality industry in Malaysia and how the vaccination gonna affect those, right? So from what I've researched, I felt like yes, the vaccine situation will definitely help, but um in a sense that if the global travel restriction is still applied to most of the country, then I don't think it's gonna bring like a significant change to our company to the better, because how do I say, because like if we look at, let's say, Bali, right, most of our consumer is the foreigner. Okay, but please correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong on like the demographic, etc. But like yeah, I believe most of our consumer is foreigner, and in a sense that despite us having like this vaccine situation conducted, but if the global travel restriction is still applied, then I don't think it's gonna bring a significant change. Yep, that's all.
Thank you, Evelyn.
Yes.
Mm, how about Kak David? What's your opinion on this situation?
Okay. My opinion for this second question. Yes, I will say absolutely yes. It will impact for our company, but but uh, we don't know where can we feel the impact, because in this past 3 months, uh, our revenue is going down. It's absolutely not uh, dampak dari vaksin belum terasa untuk our company. So I'm agree to with what Evelyn said, that vaccine will help, but global travel restriction, if it's still applied, it will be not significant. Yep. I just curious, Evelyn, do you know in your you have research, right, about yeah, is there a date or ada nggak apa namanya, kira-kira kapan gitu vaksin ini terasa gitu, ada?
Actually, based on my research, my conclusion is it is projected that in 2021 and 2022, no, 2021, that the hospitality industry or tourism industry will still take a huge, like a big hit. It will not, like it will kind of be similar as like the revenue that is generated in 2020, but I might be wrong, because like in my analysis I only focused on the like what is it called, like a foreigner tourist, and like yeah, maybe different circumstances will apply, because like in there, like in Malaysia, the government, they kind of like provide like a stimulus package, so like in a sense the hospitality industry, they could just bounce back better. But in Indonesia, I'm not so sure whether our government provide anything like financially or yeah, anything. Yep.
Okay, thank you, Evelyn. Um, I think for this topic, it's enough. We have quite a comprehensive answer. And would any other would like to add something, Kevin, or is it enough?
Yeah, actually, I just looking for the data in the dash. Yeah. So it's actually a prediction from algorithm that the next what is it? The next months we will have. Wait, what is it? It's going lower, yeah, actually. But I think we need more research for the future. How it will impact in the future, right? Not for now. Because for now, it's actually the from the data it's drowning, but we need the research for the future. I think for the research. Mm.
Oh, another factor that we could add, right, for revenue. Actually, if it's possible, then we could focus on our domestic tourists. Because there is this thing called revenge tourists. Basically, those who were stuck in their home for so long, they want to go out. They want to, like, go on a holiday. And well, in my analysis, like the tourism industry there, they are trying to focus on those so-called revenge tourists. Yep.
Um, the revenge tourists are foreigners or like
No,
uh
the revenge tourists are the domestic. Yeah.
domestic. Okay, okay. So like they focus more on the domestic people, like the ones that are bored of their homes, like they want to go somewhere to refresh, right?
Yeah, but now that I'm thinking, because in Malaysia there has been like an interstate restriction travel, right? But in Indonesia there is little to non restriction. Am I wrong or am I correct?
Mm, I think you're partially correct. Uh, I think the government has implemented a restriction for uh, near Lebaran, right? I think like
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
they can't predict, but I think after Lebaran and so on, I think the restrictions are back to none.
Right, right, right. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need more research on that. I think.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So from this, we can conclude that for the first question, let's go. Um, for the first question is for the entire year. No, because we may make adjustments if the situations halfway the year change. For the second question, this vaccine situation also changed this company's performance and revenue in a good way. Well, it is expected to do so, but for the time being, it's not very effective. The vaccination. So like it affected our revenue, like decreasing revenue. And other opinions said that, sorry, other factors said that the global travel restriction is the one um, that is a big problem for the hospitality industry. Um, Another factor is the government's role in supporting several industries, like for example in the um, Malaysia, right, Evelyn?
Yep, 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 yep.
In the in Malaysia, like they give a stimulus package, but in Indonesia, they aren't very um, engaging to the industry. Um, that's it for my conclusion. Anyone else would like to add?
I think, yeah, to support our argument, I think we could look for data available on the internet because I'm pretty sure like Indonesia gonna like publish like how many tourists, like how many global tourists decrease. Do you get me? Yep.
Okay, okay. So it means that we need to do further research, like what may happen in the future in Indonesia and especially our industry.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Can we conduct an intelligence report on the total addressable market space for property management in Bali and Jogja? Potential opportunities. So Mr. Jing's answer is like a report on the available market space for property in Bali and Jogja, right? Like the ones um, that haven't maintained a partnership with us. Am I correct?
Yep. So maybe I'll give a little bit context. So in market valuation, there is this concept of TAM, SAM, and SOM. Maybe some of you have heard about this before. Target addressable market, service addressable market, and service uh, obtainable market or something like that. Basically, it is like a Venn diagram. So the target available market is the whole thing, the whole population of the market. So what Mr. Jing is asking right now is, are there how this is for property partners potential. How can we, how many property partners can we achieve? So how many new properties yet to be opened are there in Jogja and Bali, and how many existing properties are there in Jogja and Bali? So can we get that such data?
So sorry, Kafidi. Can you clarify more on the last two sentences?
How many existing properties are there in Jogja and Bali that we can actually make into property partners? What's the size of the property, total property?
So, like, how many existing property are there that we could or we are able to convert, or just existing property?
Yes, correct. But in this case, target addressable market is actually at all the properties within the industry itself.
Menarik.
Jadi kayak ada berapa villa, ada berapa guest house di Jogja dan Bali.
All right. The data. Wah, can we ask this
Scrape it.
question to data scientists
Yeah,
or data
scrape it.
analysts?
I think it's possible, but no, I think but from other OTAs, maybe like Airbnb or something like that. But of course, they have other partners like maybe apa sih competitors BV apa sih? KVD salah satu contohnya.
Di mana? Di Bali tuh ada kayak
Iya.
BNB Profit, juga ada apa ya namanya ya? BNB Profit sama
Hmm. Beli profit ya. Oke.
lupa gue, kalau nggak salah BNB Profit sama ada satu lagi. Dulu pernah dibikin sama Ayah juga loh.
Oh gitu, I see. I think
Iya.
it's possible
Ada
to get the
analisis
data from
kompetitornya dari Ayah kok.
I see. It's possible to get the data from the other OTAs and also from the competitors ya.
Yap. Gimana? Kita mau ambil?
Me?
Siap.
Is
Kayla
is
kali
it
ya.
time enough?
Kayla
Highlight
nggak bisa nge-scraping, setahu gue.
begitu. Oke, sekali. Oke. Kalau kayak segampang Airbnb ya, I'll take it. Like day juga jadi.
Oke. Ya, gimana?
I
Evelyn mau
will
nggak?
analyze data deh. Coba dulu. Ini
Ah,
aja yang Facebook aja belum jadi, bro. Kacau ya. Oke.
ya, mau dicoba berarti ya.
Ya,
Total number of opportunities a month for partnership. how do we know whether their management are going to renew, right? It's not possible. It's just we're able to evaluate, I think, at least um, jumlah properti yang ada di Jogja dan di Bali. Itu mentoknya kita bisa cari tahu. Lalu kita bagi 12 karena kemungkinan ada is the equal distribution, let's say, in all the months. There is no specific months that has a particularly high partnership rate or something like that, right? Yep.
Agree.
So Kevin will try.
See, yeah. If the time is enough, of course.
Gimana? Menurut Errol? Ada discussion lagi nggak tapi? Atau Evelyn mungkin mau nyoba scraping? Oh, David.
I don't know how to scrape, but if Kevin could teach me, then I don't mind.
Yo. Oke aja sih.
Me, Errol.
David?
Yep. How about property that not listing or that not have like BV in their site? Is there do we need to count it or not?
Technically,
It's interesting nih.
Yep.
Tapi di kayak kita tuh ada nggak sih kayak orang-orang yang offline nyari villa gitu?
ada market builder.
Oh, market builder. Ya ada gitu, maksudnya ya gitu. Ya, nggak jadi deh.
Tapi ada kan Vin, maksudku properti yang nggak ngelisting di OTA gitu ada kan?
Iya.
Ada. Nah itu gimana cara dapatnya kalau gitu? Dapat dari datanya kira-kira lu tau nggak? Mungkin
Iya.
Dinpar ada nggak sih data kayak gitu? Nggak ada. Atau perpajakan biasa data-data dari perpajakan
Pajak.
gitu nggak sih?
Wow.
Ya kan tahu bangunan mana yang dipakai untuk perpojokan atau villa atau gimana nggak sih? Tapi masa kita dapat cari data orang pajak?
Ya nggak mungkin dikasih juga sih.
Nggak mungkin dikasih nggak sih?
Hmm.
Ada nggak alternatif Fit? Pikiran nggak?
Wait. Kalau semisal ini sih dasar sih. Kalau semisal we search in the Google Maps and kita kasih scope tuh per ini, terus kata kunci villa or guest house yang muncul berapa gitu yang selain yang kita data sebelumnya itu make sense.
Iya, very make sense. Aku pernah coba sebenarnya. Iya, maksudnya itu OTS kan kompetitor, pokoknya the way they advertise it ya. Pokoknya the way they advertise it. Tapi kalau gimana somehow kalau mereka nggak advertise
di
itu,
Google Maps
ada kan ya? Ada villa yang mereka kayak gaptek teknologi, bahkan ngasih ke Google aja nggak bisa. Maybe itu challenge buat market builder sih sebenarnya. Kalau kita ya di data science ya cuma ya seputar-putar IT doang sih.
Tapi salah satu itu Google Maps bisa juga kadang nggak ownernya sih yang bisa nggak sih kalau nggak salah bisa ya nggak ownernya yang
bisa.
Bener banget.
Kadang ada orang yang buat kayak gitu. Mungkin itu salah satu sih untuk memperkecil skupnya, memperbesar skupnya tadi. Biar lengkap aja. Tapi yang untuk yang nggak ada subset itu masih belum dapat.
Nah itu susah itu dah.
Iya.
Gimana itu? Mereka nggak advertise. Ada beberapa aku pernah ada beberapa properti yang mereka nggak advertise, tapi somehow mereka dapat itu kayak dari kenalan atau dari gimana gitu. Itu challenge ya mungkin yang finance atau market builder itu yang sejawab itu.
Gue pikiran satu tuh nggak? Kenapa kita nggak punya kayak buku telepon semua properti yang kita pernah tahu lokasinya dan mana-mana?
Bikin indeks gitu lah ya, bukan indeks.
Buat internal kita sendiri juga. Maksudnya kan? Ya.
Maksudnya itu dari personal kita itu?
Enggak, dari manapun. Jadi kalau misalnya entah kita scraping dari mana, kalau misalnya entry-nya udah ada, berarti nggak bakal ke double gitu loh. Entah kita
Oh, I
cari
see.
di Google Map, mau kita cari di booking.com, Traveloka. Intinya kalau misalnya ada yang baru di append ke dalam listnya.
Wow.
Nge-cross check ya.
Iya, baru nge-cross check gitu loh. Tapi kita nggak punya kan. Selalu kita fokusnya ke data internal gitu kan sebelumnya.
Hmm.
Ah, PR data saya sebanyak banget ya, anjir. Coy.
Oke. Menarik.
Menarik.
Masukin ke data warehouse gitu loh.
Iya.
Maksudnya big data nggak sih, nggak yang belum big data sih namanya.
Ya iya, pasti dari big data karena source-nya udah banyak, bla 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 bla.
I think it's interesting sih sebenarnya.
Do
But
we
yeah,
have the bandwidth?
yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not
Do we
sure
have the
makanya.
bandwidth?
I'm not sure makanya ini.
Semua
Ya
diskusi.
mungkin bisa dibuat quiz dulu kali ya, KPD.
Hah?
Di quiz dulu. Maksudnya kan apa, kayak to do list gitu loh.
Oh, ya udah, bikin aja di new idea.
Ini idea.
Ya, siapa bikin kartunya dulu ya?
Sih. Saya dulu. Sih.
Card first, put to pending until DS has a bandwidth. Scraping si ya kayak kasih kayak aja Pak ya. Ini bakal menarik sih.
Bro, question. Tanya DS harus bisa coding, bro.
Hah? Iya, enggak, dia bisa ngoding, cuman dia nggak pernah scraping. Ngodingnya kayak ngoding pemrosesan data gitu loh, beda. Kan data
Oh, I
science itu
see.
nggak cuma akuisisi, bisa juga di beberapa tipe, nggak full stack juga loh.
I see.
Orang full stack data science saja disebutnya unicorn anjing.
Kecil lah.
Oh, gelap.
General, lanjut.
Okay. So for the conclusion is, yes, we can conduct, but our resources are limited to like OTAs, competitors, and Google Maps. For the future, we will try to make what Kak Vidi and Kevin said earlier, right?
Mhm.
Like the uh, phone numbers and stuff and indexes, right?
Yap.
Okay, so let's move on to the next topic, Kevin. So we should design the workflow of tools creation, for example. Okay, Kevin, would you like to give a little bit of context for this one?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, yeah, what I'm asking is that it's just like the indicators or the roadmaps or of how the a tools is created and how the indicators is it done or not. Jadi nggak kayak kemarin pas kita kelas project sendiri itu kan kita ada apa eh, dari Kabayu sendiri ternyata dia reject kan, berarti nggak cuma dari kita doang, berarti ada dari Kabayu gitu, dari CTO. Berarti nggak KVD.
Kenapa? Hah?
Ah,
Maaf.
bahkan yang main itu loh yang project sendiri kan.
Iya. Kenapa?
Dan itu kan kayak reject kan sama Kabayu kan, ternyata ini
Jacknya
user
itu
interface
kenapa?
UI-nya kan masih kurang gitu kan,
Iya.
dan endingnya masih kita yang pegang gitu. Nah itu kayak ada workflow gitu loh. Mungkin dari gue sih kayaknya kita harus buat workflow gitu. Jadi kalau misalnya dari gue sih, kalau apa contoh dari gue ya, misalnya kita dari DS nih buat toolsnya,
Yup.
terus ke director, ke release, terus ke lu nih misalnya ke COO, terus ke CTO gitu. Jadi ada flow-nya gitu loh.
Kenapa?
Karena kalau nggak ada flow-nya kayak nggak jelas gitu jadinya kan ya.
Maksudnya kan tools creation-nya codingannya toolsnya udah jadi. Tinggal workflow maksudnya yang di reject kemarin itu bukan
Hmm.
toolnya sendiri. Toolnya masih bisa kita pakai. Cuman yang di reject itu si apa BD-nya BD yang bakal mengoperasikan. Itu yang di
Iya,
reject.
benar.
Bukan,
Nah itu
bukan
kayak
toolsnya sendiri kan. Kalau toolsnya udah gua akses ya kan. Dan memang
benar.
iya.
Ya.
Kemarin kan sebenarnya bentuknya itu bukan kita nge-product launch, tapi kita bentuknya lebih ke kita propose. Kita propose BD mau nggak kalau pakai gini. Kalau misalnya nggak mau ya berarti BI yang pakai. BI pakai untuk mempercepat aja kan. Karena itu pada dasarnya internal toolsnya BI juga.
I see. Untuk sekarang berarti kayak workflow-nya udah ada in place gitu belum sih?
Workflow apanya?
Oh, tadi kayak tadi kan kalau kita nge-deliver gitu kan ya. Kita nge-deliver ke tim lain gitu. Kita ngebuat tools untuk tim lain. Itu delivery-nya itu ada flow-nya nggak sih?
Codingnya sendiri. Codingnya atau toolnya?
Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry.
Coding tool atau workflow? Beda kan? Coding tool atau workflow?
Yes, yes. Workflow untuk nge-deliver tools-nya.
Ngedeliver toolnya.
Iya, ke
Bisa kan
orang lain.
gue yang cross check kan?
Hah?
Yang nge-code review gitu kan?
Announce.
Code review, nggak code review sih.
Nge-ACC workflow-nya ya ke chapter yang bersangkutan kayak kemarin ke Kabayu gitu.
Oh, I see. Itu
Ya,
kabar itu kan CTO kan harusnya.
ya tapi dia
Kok
juga
dia ke marketing sih?
marketing.
Oh,
Dia
I
chapter
see, I
marketing,
see.
makanya kemarin dia ada di business development sama marketing di marketing chapter.
I see. Berarti tadi kalau saya kita nge-deliver ke orang lain tuh flow-nya tuh dari diri kita sendiri, terus dari apa ke leader chapternya gitu ya, leader chapternya yang mau kita
Ah,
deliver itu.
kita punya solution nih, dan mereka nggak ada solutionnya. Mau nggak kita propose yang gini? Tapi kemarin akhirnya setelah deliberasi dan juga nge-evaluate, kita bilang, oh ternyata lebih baik toolnya itu udah bagus, tapi yang pakai jangan BD deh, yang pakai BI aja gitu kan kemarin terakhirnya kan.
Yo, oh itu. Jadi, I think we should make a documentation ya kayak itu ya, apa flow
Yes.
kayak tadi. Kalau
Yeah.
kalau kita mau deliver kita harus ke itu dulu. ACC kemana dulu gitu.
Yeah.
ACC siapa aja gitu.
Oh ya,
Yes.
Nah, kopi itu. I see.
Yep. Ya sih menurutku dari conversation tadi ya memang sih kayak nggak ada ya Vin ya nggak ada. Kalau ini reviewnya ke siapa gitu terus delivernya gimana gitu-gitu nggak jelas belum jelas ya Vin.
Iya, benar-benar.
Jadi perlu workflow ya. Tadi sih.
You're right, right.
Sih.
Kayak TBH kita tuh harus banyak belajar nggak sih dari PD aja. PD tuh kayaknya
Struktur.
semuanya rapi gitu lah. Neat banget itu aja. Kacau. Weh,
BD saya
tulis
tersinggung.
sedikit. Asik gila. BTW di PD itu ngapain sih? Tapi di
Hah?
PD ngapain?
Product owner, dev, ya apapun
Wah,
yang dibutuhkan lah.
asik. Oke.
Gimana? Back to the chair.
Ya, all good.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else would like to add their opinion? No? Okay. So the conclusion is create ABI tools, production workflow, so we can know like the procedures, like what goes to who, and so on and so forth. And we need to learn from PD, like to be more neat on the documentation for product launch. And the last topic for today is from Kevin. Can I have a BI day before I check out?
Extend tapi Vin.
Ya, of course lah.
Kenapa?
Of course lah. Okay, when will you check out?
27 April.
Okay, so for this one, let's decide on who will, when, and then who will lead the BI day. Yeah,
Ya,
does it make sense? Okay, I think Lilis also wanted to have a BI day for this month, like the end of for this month. Also, I think. When was our last BI day? I forgot, Ani.
Uh,
eh
Oh, that 4th of April, yeah. Yeah, let's have
Yeah.
fun.
Yes.
Let's have a short BID. I'll discuss this with Lilis, but yeah, of course, we'll have a BID. Huh?
Yo, Bre, thank you guys.
For the like the host, should we discuss it now or later?
Anyone wants to volunteer?
Yang nggak datang aja kali ya?
Yang nggak datang apa?
Yang nggak datang
Sekali
meeting hari ini.
cocok.
Oh, nah, Kayla sama Lubna. Ya nanti gampang lah itu didiskus. Maksudnya
Ya.
kayak BID itu sebenarnya ya ajang santuy-santuy gitu lah. Maksudnya kayak nggak usah terlalu saklek juga kalau misalnya ada nggak harus ada game gitu-gitu nggak. Kita pengen cuman tahu saling kenal
Ngobrol.
sama lain aja sih.
Chit chat.
Sambil sebelum Kevin check out ya. Udah ya Ron.
Uh, udah sih. Berarti discussionnya sama aja kayak conclusionnya. Pasti
Ya.
ada kok Kev nanti berarti. Okay, that is all from me for this discussion, and thank you for everyone for participating in this discussion.